Bang, bang.
Bang.
We're in here, Better Broker's office with our first sponsored athlete, the one, the only, Carlos Sainz.
What's up, everybody?
Do you have like a name? Use Los.
I mean, the gym folks call me Los.
Nice.
Just straight Los. We were talking about it once, actually. We thought it would be pretty cool if on like the posters and stuff, it would just say Los, no first name, no last name. It's like a Thai thing. True. In Thailand, like a lot of these dudes will just have one name, and that's what they go by. It's pretty fun. So we thought that would be kind of
cool. Rodtang, is that one word?
Yeah, exactly. Like Rodtang or like Super Lek.
True.
A lot of these dudes also take on like their gym's last name, like Tawanchai, PK Senchai. PK Senchai is his gym, but that's how his name comes up like on the TV and stuff. So it's cool. Like,
got it. Yeah.
So we were thinking maybe just Los would be sick, just a one namer. The family back home calls me El Cuco though, and they're all telling me I should go by El Cuco in the ring. What does that mean? No real meaning behind it. I mean, that's just been like my childhood nickname. Everyone in my family calls me Cuco. So they're just like, make that your fighter name, like when they call you up. And I was like, that could be hard too, but nice. I don't know. The career's young. We still got a lot of time to decide.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you watching, don't know, we got Mr. Carlos Sainz here, Better Brokers Realty Group's first sponsored athlete, longtime friend of the program. Today is January 6th. What number fight is this? How many times have you fought?
I have 3 fights at the PKB circuit. I'm 3-0 in those fights. And then this will be my first big show, my Miami debut. It's a big step up in competition. I'm fighting a really game opponent from a really good gym, so it should be really fun, really exciting. Should be a great fight for me.
Nice. He fights in a week at the Doubletree Sacramento, January 13th on the A1 Combat Uriah Faber's A1 Muay Thai. It's going to be super sick. We're doing a bunch of promotions for everything, so this is going to be a little bit of a long form about it. I've known the guy for a while. You were always just a skater to me. Yep. We had some beers, smoked a little doobie every now and again as kids. So how did you – I knew you always fought like a little bit. I knew you had a background in it when we were growing up. But what – because I feel like you kind of like got back into it a little bit more aggressively as we got older. So tell the story.
Yeah.
When did it start and how did we get here?
So, I mean, as like a youngin', did like some martial arts and stuff when I was like a young kid. Just did a little bit of that. Was a big skateboarder, never big into other like team sports and stuff. I was always pretty like the independent stuff. But yeah, became friends with like you and a bunch of other guys in high school. We focused a lot of our time and energy on these like skateboarding. You were into BMX, like we were into stuff like that. And what did it for me really was I decided I wanted to get into the fight game. I was about like 20 or something at the time, 2021 when I got into it seriously. I'm 25 now for reference. But yeah, like I see so many parallels between skateboarding and Muay Thai, and I think that's what drew me in. Because skateboarding for me was all about like the culture. Like the steez was huge for me, just like even if you're doing something basic, make it look cool, make it look swag. It's, it's kind of like punk rock skateboarding, which I really like. And when I started going to the gym, I didn't really have a plan. I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a boxer. I mean, my first thought was like, I'll do MMA.
I was going to ask, how'd you land on Muay Thai?
Yeah. So I went to this gym and signed up, started, messing around, did some jiu-jitsu, did some boxing, just the whole MMA thing. And at the time when I had joined the gym, they didn't have that good of a program for fighters, really. It was kind of more just like fitness classes and stuff. And I was actually at the point where I was like, I don't know if I'm liking this. It's not a really good program. I don't know if it's for me. Maybe I'll just like stop this gym thing. I was only a few months in. And like the next day, I was at the gym and Ezra was there, my current coach. He had just moved into the gym and brought his team with him.
So this is the same gym, UFC Gym Rocklin?
Yes, this is at UFC Gym Rocklin. And I was literally about to quit the gym, but then I saw Ezra training with Brian, who is now one of my best friends, one of my main training partners. You've met Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian's really high level. He's one of like the best amateurs in the country. He's a really, really good fighter, along with the other guys that Ezra brought, like Tyler Lloyd, like Encho, Sal, a lot of these people. But yeah, this one day I was about to quit, and I see Brian hitting pads with Ezra, and it was crazy. I'd never seen anything like it. Like the sound the kick made when he hit the pad, it was like a gunshot, and I was like, I want to do that. And but he did it with this style and this like steez, and like that just looked so cool. And at first I was like, I just want it to look like that and sound like that. Like I want to do that because that looks fucking tight, and I want to do it, and I want it to look tight, like just like he did. And so I stuck around a little bit. I was training with Orion Kosi, former UFC fighter. And then one day I struck up conversation with Ezra. He had seen me, told me to come train with them, and it's all history from there. I learned about the culture of Muay Thai, fell in love with it, and yeah, so all the parallels with skateboarding and Muay Thai, there was so many where it just fit right in. It was perfect. And yeah, I mean, I realized early on that I was never much of a wrestler or a jiu-jitsu guy. It's cool. I respect it. It's just I don't have that much fun with it. I like to just strike.
Hitting people, striking's more fun.
So, yeah, I mean, it just worked out perfectly. If it wasn't for me seeing Brian that day, I don't know if I'd be here right now because it just became an obsession. It became a lifestyle. And, yeah, now we're here.
So you guys are your corner gym?
Yeah, so Ezra had his own gym. It was the Corner Boxing Club, corner gym in Roseville on Vernon Street. But yeah, due to like COVID and things like that, they had to shut down. And he moved himself and his team over to UFC Gym Rocklin, and we just kind of took over that place and just made a sick fight team out of there. And then, yeah, it's good. Now we're Team Alpha Muay Thai, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Ezra seems like, quite the mentor. It seems like he definitely is a good guy to have around. He was super. I mean, I met him for the first time when we went and like ran some ads over there the other day. Super calm. Yeah. Obviously knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it was interesting. He was like, "All right, 10 kicks. You hit the 10 kicks." He's like, "All right, switch legs. Switch legs." He's like, "All right, hit the knee. Do this. All right." Sal, hit him with the pad. Like, he wasn't, there was no yelling. I expected there to be like, yeah, fucking get it. Yeah. He was just like, do this. Okay, do this. Now, imagine you're in the ring. I remember when he said, he was like, all right, you look a little tired. Imagine you're in the ring right now, and there's lights, and there's cameras, and there's people all around you. You need to learn to control your breath. It was a lot more interestingly calculated than I thought it was going to be. It's not so brute as it looks.
Yeah.
You're not just like whipping your legs and fists into things. There's a lot of thought that goes into it.
Yeah.
Seems like he's a good guy to have in your corner to bring a level-headed aspect to
Most definitely. Ezra couldn't be more blessed to have a better mentor, coach, and at this point a friend. He's a great friend now. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people think it's brutal and a tough man's sport, but no, this is a thinking man's sport. This is it's not easy. It's a thinking man's sport. It's a game of inches, and Ezra really embodies that and really knows that because he's been around it. He's trained multiple champions. He's been in the game for a long time himself. His brother was a world champion. A lot of my teammates are champions. It's tried and true. And the way he handles his team and his training regimen and everything. He's got very strong beliefs in how to do things, like the old school way, the way that works, the way that's been creating champions. And he keeps it up, and it keeps working. And, yeah, he's a very, very, very passionate guy. He's really passionate about this game, really knowledgeable about this game. And, yeah, he's a thinker, man. He's always scheming stuff. He's always planning something. He's always working a million miles an hour. But yeah, I couldn't be more grateful to have Ezra as my coach and mentor, and a lot of other people agree with that too. And it shows in the way he like develops this like following of people, and the way people really are attracted to him and his teaching style because of just the way he does it. It's really unique, but really it's just the real deal. That's how I can really put it.
Nice. That's huge. When it comes to the training, another thing I was really interested, obviously so you're a week out. Are you in the heat of training right now, or are you kind of just polishing, making sure you're making weight, making sure you're not getting hurt? You know, like, because when I went the other day, obviously you had just ran for an hour, which is ridiculous, but you really only you hit pads for maybe 15 minutes. You hit the bag for maybe 15 minutes, did some pull-ups, and like then kind of hit the sauna and the cold plunge, and that was it. Like, is it usually just like a quick hour? Are they like, are you training less right now? Do you usually train for longer? Do you usually train harder? Is it more just like get in there, get the work done, get out, don't do too much, make sure you do enough? Because it seemed like I thought it was going to be way longer. I thought you were in there for a couple hours, like brushing things up, but it was really just hit some knees, hit some kicks, hit some fists, do some weights, and bounce.
That day was a little bit of a lighter day.
Yeah.
Just because I ran like 9 miles right before. So, I was a little gassed going into the pad work, which is
kind of what you want to do, I guess, yeah.
But a typical training day is a little different. But right now, since we're in camp and we're a week out, it is a little different. But we had a 10-week camp, just the first 8 weeks just focusing on sharpening up, getting my cardio right, getting my weight down. And then these last 2 weeks, we really want to crank it up and push it, really stress the body, really do all that. That day you came was a little bit of a lighter day. Right now it's a little different too because Encho and I are the two fighters. Shout out Encho. So he's been kind of like working with us individually, like after the regular class. But the whole time leading up to this, we've been working integrated with the regular Muay Thai class, working with other people, and just polishing up, getting sharp. And then these last 2 weeks, we really want to push the wattage, push the heart rate, push the cardio.
Find like the last gear.
Yeah.
Make sure you have it going in the fight.
And then, week of the fight this week coming up, we train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, cut weight. Friday, make weight. Saturday, fight. So, we'll push it again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then all we got to worry about is making weight and, just resting up, recovering the body, getting ready for the fight.
Nice.
But a regular training day will start like with a regular class. He always makes the fighters run. I run before a class. I usually do like a 5K and then get into class. And we start jump roping. We usually do like 10 minutes of jump roping with like sprint intervals in there where we do like double unders and shit like that. Followed by some sort of like warm up, which will be like something dynamic or some partner workout. A lot of the times it'll be like these ladder push-up drills, and we'll do like 100 to 200 push-ups for the warm-up and like other random stuff. And then we'll, depending on the day, we kind of have like a schedule. After that, we'll do like drill work, really just situational drills with a partner or pad work. And then after that, we do bag work. And then after bag work, we do our strength and conditioning. So all your sit-ups, pull-ups, push-ups.
So it's work. Like you're not lifting weights. Like it's all calisthenic. Like you're
for the most part, yeah.
There's no reason for you to be putting on any like excess muscle, really.
No, not really. But we do lift weights a little bit, but we're not like lifting weights to put on mass and stuff.
Bigger, no.
Most of the stuff we do is like body weight, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups. Like the old school stuff, Ezra always says rudimentary fitness. This is how
makes sense.
People have been doing it.
Good way to not get hurt too.
Yeah. And it's really effective. It really works. But he puts a lot of that stuff on ourselves. He's like, you should be doing the running and the weightlifting on your own.
Yeah. So what's the diet looking like? Because I heard you say you're eating like 2,300 calories, and you're still like, pretty small, getting smaller too. Like, what are you eating? When are you eating? How often are you eating?
So, it's just important to eat clean, eat the stuff that's going to fuel you, because, you can just starve yourself and feel like shit every day.
Yeah. Lose
not
weight.
Perform, and you'll lose muscle, all this stuff. And the whole diet thing is so heavily debated. It's so many people have their opinions and stuff. For me, though, it's really just I focus on just eating real foods. I'm not one of those like keto guys or one of those like paleo guys, none of that stuff. I just believe in eating just non-processed foods.
Yeah, makes sense.
Portion control, hitting, enough protein, enough carbs for the day. But I'm just eating like a 3 meal a day, a snack or two in between. Simple stuff, rice or potatoes and fruit for my carbs. My protein will be steak, chicken, eggs, or some sort of fish. And then, yeah, I mean, that's really it. And then sugar. Sometimes I'll have like a Rice Krispie or something before. I know that's processed, but before training, it's good energy and stuff like that. But yeah, just keeping the calories, keeping yourself in a little bit of a deficit. And I mean, we're putting out extreme
you're burning
wattage,
a lot of
so I
calories
mean,
out there,
we got to eat. So, but yeah, I mean, I've lost a lot of weight for this camp.
What were you weighing in at week 1?
So I was way heavier than I should have been because I was just back from my handbrake and surgery. So I was out for a while. My grandma had just died right before that, so I was out of the country for a while. And I was eating a little too good. And I got
drinky poo here.
I was drinking a lot of beer, and I was pretty heavy. Like when I got the call that I got the fight, I was like I was like 155, 158. I was like touching 160 damn near.
Jeez.
And for reference, I'm fighting at 128. But yeah, once you just start running every day, get the diet right, that it just
sheds off pretty easy.
Melts off of you so fast. Like I'd be losing like ridiculous amounts of weight, like pounds on pounds in a week. And obviously it slows down once you start getting real lean. But yeah, I've been sitting at around like 134 pounds for a little while now. I feel good, strong, fast here. So my weight cut is only going to be like less than 10 pounds, which shouldn't be too bad.
So you said like when you got the call, explain to me how that works. Like you're just kind of training, sitting around, or you're like in a pool waiting for like a call to go get a fight, or like how does that process happen? Like how do you, because they're not just going to call you randomly out of the blue, obviously. Are you like in some sort of list of people that want to fight in a certain amount of time? Like how is that?
So to fight at this level, obviously, like my coach has to vouch for you and believe, like support you and put you in. So I couldn't have just like gone myself and been like, I want to fight here.
Yeah.
And so it's his decision. He's been building me up at this PKB level, at the smoker level fights for 2 years now. We've been fighting in them for 2 years. And yeah, he told me, he's like, I think you're ready to make the step up. Like, is that what you want to do? And I'm like, absolutely. And so, we think about shows that are coming up, time frames, seeing what we can do. And this one came up. He said he would try and get me one on here because this is probably the sickest show you could fight on. Like,
yeah,
I mean, shout out all the other shows, like
but
all those other promotions. They're sick, dude. Shout out to all the other promotions. I would love to fight on them too. But yeah, this one's awesome, and it's like the first big one with pros on it. So it was really a blessing to be able to get a fight on there. But yeah, he's just put our names in, and you see who else is in there. I mean, he takes care of that, and the matchmaker. And then, the matchmaker will match you up with someone, obviously has to be your weight class.
Yeah.
And then a similar experience and skill level. And so the matchmaker does it, sends it to you. You accept or decline. I'm game. I'll fight anyone. So coach didn't even ask me. He's just
like, he'll take it.
Yeah, he just sent me I was at work, and I get a voice recording from him. I'm like, this is a weird time for him to send me a voice message. And he's just sounding like, hey, Los, I got you the fight on the 13th for A1. It's against whoever the hell I'm fighting, and it's going to be at this weight, and get ready. We're 10 weeks out. And I was like,
and then it just starts there.
Yeah, so camp starts there. But yeah, I mean, we're always training. I'm never not training.
Yeah.
There's people out there that just like don't train unless they have a fight, which I think is crazy.
That's probably not the best move.
Yeah, but I mean, we're always training year round. The goal this year is to be close to fight weight the whole year, not let myself get heavy again.
How many times do you think you'll fight this year?
We set out a goal to do 3 this year at this level. So yeah, hopefully this one goes well. There's some other fights in February and March and stuff. If I get out of this one clean, I would love to do another one right back to back. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I would love to get 3 in this year. I think that's a good goal.
And how are you feeling going in? We're a week out. Like, I just posted a video. You're smashing the gloves, flexing the muscles, smile on your face. Like, obviously, you're pretty confident.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's like a little shred of, nervousness, which is normal, but like pretty confident, feeling good, ready to go.
Yeah, I feel really good. I'm sharp. I'm strong. I'm fast. I've had times in the past where I've gotten, like, when I get this light where, you know, I feel like I lose power. But nah, this time around, I think I got my diet so dialed and everything to where I'm feeling so strong, so sharp. I feel like I got that extra gear when I'm, like, fully gassed. I can just keep doing it, same caliber. So, yeah, I'm feeling really good, really confident. But, you know, it's the fight game.
Yeah.
My opponent's also been training his ass off.
Yeah, you're going in there to fight.
We're fighting at a higher level. So, I mean, he's game too. I can't, you know, say, like, I'm going to walk through him. I hope I do, but he's game. He comes from a good gym. And, yeah, you know, like Mike Tyson says, and a lot of these other, like, old school fighters and coaches, like of course you're going to be a little scared. You're going to fight another man. And
yeah, I've heard, like, the day you stop being scared when you go in there is, like, the day you're fucked.
Yeah, and, like, what's brave about it? You know, you can't be brave if something's not scary.
Yeah.
You know? So, and, you know, yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of that. But I think that's all fuel to, like, make you train harder, to make you go harder in training. Because, yeah, I mean, you don't want to go in there knowing you could have done more. You know, because sometimes I'll have those feelings like, God damn, I'm tired. I don't want to train today. Or like, damn, I don't want to run. Or maybe I should cut my run short. But then you got to think like, yo, my opponent's, he's running right now. Or he's training right now. So I'm like, shit, I got to train right now. Or I got to do an extra mile. Or I got to do an extra round on the bag. Or I got to do an extra set of pull-ups. Anything, you know. So that's just that kind of, not fear, I would say. I mean, maybe fear. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. I use it as fuel, like, to go harder, like I have to, because I know I'm not going to get outworked by my performance. If I go in the ring, I want to know that I did everything I can to prepare, and yeah, hopefully that's enough to get me the win. If not, then I know I tried my hardest, I did everything I could, and that's a win it also. But if I went in there knowing I could have done more in training and lost, you know, I'd just be so hard on myself. But, you know.
It's a good sentiment to live by. Mm-hmm. So what's the future hold for Los? What do you mean? You win this one coming up in a week, and then we fight a few more times, and are you trying to make a career out of this? Are you trying to move up and up and up, and fight for the rest of your life, or what do we think?
Yeah. So I want to win this fight, obviously. If come out unscathed, uninjured, and then just stay active. I want to be as active as possible. If I could get 4 or 5 fights in, I'd do that. You know, but it just depends on how the body is. But yeah, so this year, hopefully get at least 3 fights in. After that, I just want to keep doing this. I love the game. I want to keep fighting better and better opponents, get better and better myself. Hopefully have a shiny belt around my waist someday. And as for making it a career to live off of, I don't know if that's the route I'm going to take, just because, I mean, my professional life is going pretty well. But yeah, I want to be a martial artist for life. You know, I want to do this for life because the parallels in the training and the lessons learned are so valuable and translate so well over into everyday life, to a point where I'm not doing this to be for the glory and like being a prize fighter. I'm doing this for the knowledge and education and the self-betterment of being a martial artist. And but yeah, all the glory and shiny belts and stuff comes
pretty
with
nice.
it. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just want to keep doing it, keep fighting, and then once my fight career is over, because it's a small window, of your life where you can fight.
How long? You know, you're 25. What, you stop 35 is kind of where it's like.
We'll see how the body feels, man. You know, like my buddy Justin. You know, you've met Justin.
Yeah.
Justin started late in his 30s. He's 34 right now, I believe, and he's killing it. You know, he's like 5-0 right now, fighting at this level, and he just does not seem to be slowing down. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I hold up, how the body holds up as we move forward. But even if we don't fight years down the line or something happens, you know, I always want to be involved and be training and just be a martial artist. And, you know, I have a pretty good business mind, so maybe one day I'll find some sort of business opportunity to do within the combat sports field and go that route. But who knows? We'll see. We'll just play it by day.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. Hometown hero. You know, the whole squad's rooting for you. I guess go ahead, shout out the crew, and we'll call it an interview.
Yeah, so huge shout out to Ezra, head coach. the man behind all this madness. Shout out to UFC Gym Rocklin, James Irvin, Uriah. Shout out to my team. If it wasn't for my team, I would not be here. You guys have built me. Justin, Brian, Sal, Encho, Tyler, Jose, Julian, Cooper, all you guys. If I didn't mention you, you know who you are. It's not that I don't love you. And then a huge shout out to Jake, Better Brokers.
Gang.
I couldn't be more excited to have a sponsor on my fight, and especially such a cool one, and helping me out a ton and promoting the fight and just really doing the most for me. And I that's huge. Like, it makes the fight for me so much easier and a lot more fun too, because it's engaging with people and fans and stuff. And, obviously makes it more fun. And shout out Mom and Pops too. Last one, best one. Yeah.
All right, January 13th, 7 days away. We got the Los fighting A1 Muay Thai, Doubletree Sacramento. Get your tickets. Tune in A1 Combat YouTube channel. Check us out. Better Brokers Realty Group on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. We got Sainz on Instagram here. So thank you for everybody.
Stay tuned for
watching.
info and giveaways.
Yep. We got the shirts coming soon. So stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Peace.